I'm so scared now. Oh, that!
Violence and the threat of human sacrifice disturb the Most Haunted team as our investigation into Chislehurst Caves resumes.
Here, where are you?
And this week we go further underground in Kent, where the ghosts of murdered victims and evil entities wander in abundance. Welcome back to Most Haunted and Chislehurst Caves. This amazing cave network has so many ghost stories. The man-made system is over 20 miles long and is 8,000 years old. The caves also contain an ancient druid temple, complete with sinister sacrificial altars. We've already spent a considerable time underground, and this is what has happened so far.
You probably weren't dead then.
How are we going to find a way out? What now?
Oh, somebody just been through.
We now head deeper into the labyrinthine tunnels where evil is said to lurk in every corner. There is a very big contrast here in the tunnels. On one hand, there is a church, which would have been a place of peace, safety, and sanctity for many. But a short walk away is a place of fear, terror, and death. A sacrificial altar. Although no one knows how many people may have died here, what is known is that their last minutes would have been filled with abject fear. So is it the lost souls of these sacrificed victims that plague this area, showing themselves as bloody phantoms and causing the poltergeist activity that is so prevalent throughout this area? This is one of the most active and feared places in the caves, and yet first appears to be a harmless, large natural pool of water in a chamber with no echo, which proves you can never judge a book by its cover. A callous and gruesome murder took place in these very waters. A woman was brought here, tied up, weighted with heavy stones, and thrown into the pool to drown. As she struggled for breath and slowly died, she would have seen her attacker through the clear water, watching her death throes. But why she was killed and by whom are unknown. Even the most hardened guides will tell of seeing unexplained shadowy figures in this place. It's believed that an apparition from this area has caused people to faint and even reduce some to a quivering, fit-like state. One of the most feared phantoms that continues to roam these tunnels is that of a hunchback. First, the sounds of his laboured breathing is heard, followed by the sounds of movement as he limps closer and closer. Finally, the full apparition of this terrifying entity comes into view. Will he show himself tonight? We have one more night to find out. As the Most Haunted team prepare to spend a second night of paranormal investigation in the Chislehurst Caves, I asked historian Leslie Smith to put the tunnels into specific time periods given their ancient history.
When we get to 1903, we get this tremendous change here. This becomes a great Edwardian tourist attraction. And a man in 1903 who caused quite a stir, his name was Nichols, and he was, if you like, the deputy chairman or deputy president of the British Archaeological Society, who declared that these mines were split into three parts, in his opinion: one Druids, one Romans, and the other one Saxons. And they were called that because that is when he believed these areas were mined. When we get in Druids, which many people find breathtakingly frightening, you will see what looks like channels and bowls for human sacrifice that Druids were definitely involved in. But were they involved here? We don't know.
With the experiences of our first night's investigation still fresh in our minds, I wondered what parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe thought we should be considering before we resumed our exploration of these fascinating but frightening tunnels. OK, Kieran, you ready for part 2 of our investigation here? I am very nervous because we're going to go even deeper into the caves. We're going to be touching upon the darker side of the whole history of this network of tunnels. And there's some amazing stories here, aren't there? There really are, and very frightening.
Yeah, there's the stories about vigils that were conducted here before, that people have had to stop. There's the story about the pool behind us, which of course was, at the time, I think it was 8 feet deep, but for safety issues, when there were evacuees down here, they had to fill it in. So it's not as impressive now as it was back then. But the murder associated with that, loads of different things. And like you say, all of them very negative feel.
Now, the reason why they closed the tunnels down at night was because 2 gentlemen came down here in the 80s to do a ghost hunt, and one of them was taken to hospital, had a fit, and actually swears that someone was trying to get at him using his sleeping bag. What's going on there?
It's an amazing account, you know, and there are aspects of it where I think, okay, did this man suffer from epilepsy perhaps or something like that because of the frothing of the mouth? But that's only one part of the story. For him to be also coherent and say, I think somebody was attacking me, you know, I'm wrapped in my sleeping bag, that's not to do with epilepsy, that's a completely different thing. But maybe that's to do with sleep paralysis. Maybe there's another aspect where the other guy was playing a trick on him. I don't know, it's all speculation, and there's so much that happened to that one person and the other guy on the vigil, and so much that happened to the point where they had to stop a charity event, that it makes me think maybe we're dealing with something a little bit more, something that I haven't come across before, maybe something paranormal.
Given the activity we had witnessed during our previous night's investigation, we were full of anticipation for another night of scares and strange phenomena. Joined by medium and psychic artist Brian Shepherd, we prepared to plunge deeper into the cave system, with the reassurance that a lit walkthrough would perhaps keep the more frightening spectres at arm's length. What further revelations await us in the coming hours as we continue our puzzling investigation?
Something happened to her in this part of these caves.
What happened to her?
What?
Who are you? You're evil, aren't you? Come towards us, if you dare. The Most Haunted team are spending a second night investigating Chislehurst caves, deep beneath the peaceful countryside of Kent. Joined by medium and psychic artist Brian Shepherd, we move further into the miles of seemingly endless tunnels. With a feeling of trepidation hanging over the team, we wonder what more shocks could lie in wait over the coming hours.
There's a definite presence here of a woman, predominantly a woman.
Right.
Something happened to a woman here.
Okay. Can you see her?
I can see her. It's long hair, flowing dress or parts of clothing. What's that?
Oh my... Did you all hear that?
Something happened to her in this part of these caves.
What happened to her? What?
There's something happened. There's something. Water. Woman, water, long hair, ropes, weights, stone, drowning. Oh my. Drowning?
Can you hear that?
Here.
Right?
Here. There's a pool.
Yeah.
There. Listen, the nearer we get to the pool. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. What happened to her? She
was
drowned?
weighted down. Look at the water level. Look how deep the water is now.
Yeah.
So shallow, but
Yeah.
it was never like that.
It wasn't?
It was never like that. It was deep. We're talking 10 foot deep,
Right,
12
okay.
foot deep. This water was a lot deeper than this.
Why did they do this to her?
There's something she had done. What was it? Or that they thought she had done. Maybe involved in something, maybe witchcraft. It could have been witchcraft.
They thought she was a witch?
Yeah. And so consequently, she was drunk. Do you hear this?
Yeah, you do.
You're hearing this?
Yeah, I am.
That must have been terrible. To drown like that. To drown like that. Weighted down.
How many men did that to her?
Four men.
When was
Weighted
this?
down.
What time period?
Long time. Long ago.
What, hundreds of years?
Yeah, hundreds of years.
Any name with her yet?
No, I've got her. Is
Hey?
was that? What are you doing? What's she trying to tell us? Is it not Isabel? Surely not Isabel. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. It was very faint, but it was
It
there.
was, but it's there, isn't it?
Make it louder, please. Come towards us now.
Where's that coming from? There.
Oh my.
In answer to you.
Kieran, did you just hear that?
Yeah, I did just hear that.
There.
Oh my.
And so can she do any more than cry?
Well-
She's got the ability to actually make a sound. It'd be nice to get a name from her or something.
Yeah,
Which we haven't, but
Well, let's ask.
we're getting.
Please, the lady that's with us now, if your name is Isabel, can you cry out to confirm that that's your name?
Something going on, isn't there?
There's something going on at a lower level than that top.
Is there?
Whereas before it was up there, now there's something lower. Ooh.
Oh.
But it's when we're talking, it's just bubbling
Bizarre.
up.
So it could be echo.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But try calling out again.
The higher level isn't. No, in terms of our experience, in terms of acoustics, the lower level possibly could be because, talking about infrasound, but the higher level, no, I can't see that being an echo because it's a very different sound.
Yes.
It is weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll come back here in a little while, but perhaps can you make it the loudest noise you can right now, if you can?
There. Immediately.
Wow. Do you hear that, Kieran? Mm-hmm. What do you think it is?
There's only two possible explanations. It's the woman crying,
Yeah.
or it's somebody here making the noise. There's only two possible explanations.
Isabel, if that's your name, please forgive me if it isn't. But do you see this man here? If you see this man here, he doesn't believe what happened to you. He doesn't believe that you are real. He doesn't believe that you're here. Can you make that noise really close to his ears so he can hear you? We believe that you are here, but he doesn't. Please, please, make a noise right close to his ear so he can hear you. So he knows that it's definitely you.
Right. Something went into the water.
Yeah.
There's no ripple.
And no ripple, no.
How weird is that?
Can't see.
Well, shine the light down. I think that absolutely proves the point
Okay.
that this is the place the lady died.
Okay. What time period are we talking about here?
Oh, we're talking, sorry, I thought we'd said, but we're
Did you
talking
know?
a few hundred years ago.
A few hundred years ago.
Definitely.
Okay. Leslie, before we move on, what more information can you give us? Do we know the name of this lady that was murdered?
I'd just like to address first whether it happened or not.
Yes, did it happen?
And there is an oral tradition, that's the best I can manage, that a woman was brought here and was weighted down with stones and thrown into this water. You said it was much deeper. We know it was at least 8 foot deep in the 1940s.
Yes,
so your
it's
10 foot is about right.
It's much, much deeper.
And this
than that,
300
still.
years thing fits beautifully with the witchcraft trials and, of course, testing, as they called it, witches, women, with stones
Yes,
and floating them, believing the devil would bring them to the surface if they were witches.
Yeah.
So if they weren't, they're still drowned. It was a double whammy. And so, therefore, the old tradition is very solidly held into these caves for a long time. And the time span's right, the depth of the water's right.
Okay.
Wow.
So there is a displacement of water. There's ripples. Where did that come from?
Well, it's not loose. We've never had anything fall on us from anywhere. It's not the
Anywhere
nature of the
loose?
rock.
Does it look loose on the ceiling?
No. Well, it looks smooth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Can I just make a sceptical point about the water? That one of the guides did say when we were walking around that they think that there is very occasional, very erratic drips from the ceiling, which actually keeps the pool full of water. So it could have been.
But that wasn't a drip. That was like somebody or something had thrown a great big bloody rock in.
Yeah,
It was
it sounded.
It was like somebody had thrown
It
something.
was like, yeah, absolutely. But it wasn't like a single drip, was it?
I know what Kieran's saying, but it did sound more like a piece of stone or rock or something.
But we don't know the size of the drips. You know, I'm just.
Come on then,
throwing it out
everybody.
there.
Let's move on. This is so
yeah,
fascinating. We
that's
spend
true.
all flipping night here, but come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
Incredible.
You're right, Right. Oh my! That was horrid. That was.
What is that?
Who's there? It's very echoey.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you feel almost hemmed in by this? You know, this whatever it seems like behind us.
Well, if I just speak and nobody else speaks, nobody else breathe, and then let's see if we get a response. Whatever spirit person is with us, it sounds like a man. Please, can you make a do it again? And again? And again? Now, the reason why I did it again and again, because it did the same sound and I thought it could be an echo.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
time, it waited and then it went.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing when you did it, but that was it the third or fourth time which was significant.
It's still.
Who are you? If you mean us harm, make a noise. Come towards us, if you dare.
It's coming closer to us, isn't it?
Come on. You don't scare us. You may have frightened other people, but you don't scare us. Come on, you bully. Make a loud noise again.
Who is this then? If this is a spirit, who is it? Do you know who it is? Or
I don't.
What they look like or anything?
Well, I imagine a shape just now, Kieran, that was close to the ground, but that's all I know. Okay.
you know, a shape you don't know is a human shape
No,
that's
I don't.
cowering on the ground, or an
well,
animal?
as big as an animal, dog or something like that, okay.
So it's not human.
It could be. But, well, I don't know. Kind of bent over, if you like. You know, it's human, it's bent over.
Is it connected to this area? Is
Yeah,
it-
I think so, yeah.
Do you know what this was used for, this area? What it was?
I feel it's almost since it at some point it could have been sacrificial.
with animals or?
No, it could have been. It could have been, I'm not sure. And voices of children.
What, they use children?
Yeah.
They kill
That could have
children?
been. Yes, it could have been.
They kill children?
Yeah, that could have been exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. I think.
we've got some really horrible stuff going on here.
My God. There's a shadow.
There's a great sense of evil and approaching noise.
What is it?
We don't know, but we don't like it. We all feel very alarmed.
Who are you? You're evil, aren't you? You're evil. Did you murder innocent children? Bet you did.
Oh my.
What now? What now? What?
There's a man.
Right in my ear, and I'm not kidding, it was in that corner, he went,
Come on, let's go.
Yes, and that's
there was a bent over figure, like a hunchback type figure,
right.
moving down through these passageways. And that's what you've been listening to.
Really?
Yeah.
Leslie? When I first heard about this hunchback character, I know this sounds awful, but you honestly, you can't help but smile because you think, oh come on, is this the hunchback of Notre Dame or something?
Well, it's a cliche.
Yes, it is. But is it true?
Talked about for scores and scores of years.
Really?
We have it absolutely in the record that people have said an evil, dark, hunchback figure is seen very near the ground, as you say, bent right over, but really evil, full of hatred.
That's what I was picking up on. Total evil.
Yes,
And
it's
that it
really
was
wicked.
Moving in on us, if you like, almost to the point where we were feeling kind of, well, obviously,
Yes, we were.
claustrophobic and
We were
very, very uneasy.
But would he sacrifice these children?
Well, I don't know if he would have been involved in that. There's an indication that that might have been so.
Spooked by the strange noises and Brian Shepherd's revelations of some of the phantoms he believes are trapped within these tunnels, we draw our lit walk round to an end. As the team prepare to switch to night vision, Brian sits quietly on his own and sketches the phantoms he believes are in the caves. A drowned woman thought of as a witch and an evil hunchback. Will darkness draw out the hunchbacked entity looking for sacrificial victims, or shall we learn more of the drowned woman whose spirit appears to cling to the pool in the eerie, echoless cavern deep in the caves? Only the coming hours of endless darkness will reveal.
I can feel something. There's something, approaching us.
We've lost Carl. Carl! There's something here, where are you?
The Most Haunted team have returned to the Chislehurst caves in the Kent countryside for a second night of paranormal investigation. We've switched to night vision and, led by medium and psychic artist Brian Shepherd, we move in search of the shadowy figure of the ghostly hunchback that Brian believes is somewhere in these tunnels. What will the continuing hours of darkness reveal?
Hey, we've lost Carl. Carl! Guys, help me!
What, Brian? Don't say.
Something's coming our way.
How are you feeling, Brian?
I'm fine, but I'm aware that there's something around us.
Right now.
Yeah. Oh
What, Brian? Don't say.
well, I'm just saying something's coming our way. I can feel something. There's something, approaching us, and like shuffling almost. Either that or it's scraping its walls.
Come on. Come towards us.
You hear that?
Yes. Come towards us. Walk towards us. Is he walking towards us?
Yes.
Come on, let's keep walking. This way. Yeah? What is this?
know where we are?
No, I don't know where we are. Do you know where we are? Oh, we're lost. Oh. This is not where we've ever been before.
Right.
Right now, we're lost.
Is it? Oh, we're lost, aren't we?
Yeah, we're lost now, totally lost.
If we're lost, it's best place to get back is to split up.
Our disorientation as to where we are in the tunnels is totally confusing and scaring the team. And Carl convinces us we have nothing further to lose by splitting into smaller groups and fanning out to widen our investigation. And in doing so, perhaps establish where we are and, more importantly, provoke further spiritual activity. Ian, Stuart and Carl branch out into the tunnel system, leaving the remainder of the group with me.
If there are any spirits here, come and talk to us.
Yeah, what was that, Liz? Was that someone, one of us?
No.
Did you see it? Did you see that?
Was it a flash of light?
No, it was like a shadow went right up that way.
No, I heard
There's a
it.
hell of a... There's nothing there. There's just nowhere for any... Well,
Honestly,
anything.
it was a figure like...
Yeah.
So terribly sorry.
Great.
What? Is there? If there are any spirits here, any astral beings, please come towards us.
Show yourself
The
now.
reason why we're here is to talk to you.
Just goes on and on, doesn't it? What is that?
Do you want to take a camera sheet?
Yeah, would you?
You're feeling good.
Oh, I felt really good. Like shit.
Do you want to go back?
No, I'll stick it out, mate.
You sure?
Yeah.
Wigan, how are you feeling?
I was alright a moment ago because I kind of knew my geography, but now we've come into a passage that I don't know, so now I feel lost.
I feel lost. I don't have a clue. I mean, if something was to happen, I honestly wouldn't know which direction to. I'd know where to go in that direction, but get down there, I wouldn't know where to go after that. I'm completely stuck.
The trouble is, I'm with you, I'm thinking to myself that I was kind of a little bit cocky before because I had a rough idea where we were, because I'd kind of got the geography, but we're in a place now where I don't really know, and even if you go down that way, it's just another set of tunnels.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And there's something you can hear that sort of, there's an eeriness, you can hear the guys.
In the distance.
Yeah.
But they've gone quiet now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they must be away now then. They must be filtering in.
What's over here?
What the hell's that?
Was that there?
Yeah.
Something called out then.
Something's what, love?
What, did you not hear someone call out?
What's up there?
Behind us. Who are you? Where are you?
Listen to that. We haven't a clue where we are. We're completely lost. Can you make anything out, Roger, that it's saying?
No.
I'm calling out to spirit people. Make a noise if you're with us. Make a noise. Let's keep walking slowly, do you think? Kieran?
Yeah.
Do you think we should keep walking?
Yeah, definitely.
Come on then. Which way are we going?
That way, because I think we just detoured in
What?
here, didn't
Okay.
we? So
Where are we going
it's
now?
okay. We know we just detoured in here.
Oh, is that bad? Guys?
What? Oh shit. That's, well, peace is good.
Yeah, but isn't that an altar?
It is an altar. Now, what we have to remember is these altars there are seven altars here. 6 animal sacrificial altars and 1 human. The one we just do with Brian is human. So this would have been animal sacrificial altar. Can't do something.
Oh shit.
What's the matter?
I just heard something land behind me.
You what?
I just saw someone.
What the hell was that? Carl, did you just pan your camera then?
Say again?
Did you just pan your camera then?
Yeah, I did. I panned it from Stuart to you.
Something just landed behind me, something metallic.
Are you here? What was that? It was you, wasn't it?
What?
That was you. That was definitely.
It wasn't me. I didn't. Did you hear that? Like that?
Huh?
Did you hear that? Like that?
No, but you just touched me. You did touch me.
I've not laid a hand on you. No, I've not laid a hand on you. I haven't.
Where's Stuart? Where's Stuart? You didn't touch me then. Please tell me you touched me.
Never went there yet. No way there yet.
Have we been up here before? Yes, we have. No, we have.
Well, I think we. Feels like walking around in circles almost, but doesn't it? It does.
We're lost.
It just feels like walking around in circles. I can't.
What?
Is that water I could hear? Yeah, I mean, this is just.
Right, we're on the roped area now, so with luck.
Okay.
Yes, I remember it.
I remember it.
We stood here and we came from
Yeah.
this direction.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Oh, I've seen that before.
That picture of the knights in shining armour.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Not on this walk, but on another situation.
Right.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this before.
What, last night's vigil?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look familiar?
Yes.
What about
I
these
know
what about these railings?
I
Yes.
I officially know exactly where we are.
Oh, brilliant!
fantastic.
Brilliant. That's great.
I've seen it.
Problem is, mate, I don't recognise any of this. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, this is the way out. No, it is. But we've lost Carl. Hey? We've lost Carl. Carl! Oh shit, Stuart, was that you then banging?
Was it I was banging?
I ain't staying there on me on then.
Oh dear.
2 big bangs on the floor.
Guys, help me! I'm so scared. I wonder if I don't know who anyone is. Something there. There's definitely something there. Guys! There's something here! There's something here, where are you?
Keep shouting, mate, we'll find you.
This is not the dead end. Is it a dead end? Where are you? Where?
Can you see me touch?
Oh. Oh. You.
What, you ran off?
Ran off? I just went down a side road.
You alright?
No. I'm not kidding. It was. Oh, I understand. I can understand how they say people go mad. 5 minutes or whatever it was. I was in there, and I'm not kidding you. I heard first the water, but then I heard this. I thought one of you guys it's got to be.
No, we were over there.
And that's when I shouted, and I couldn't hear you. And I backed up against the wall, and that's when I started screaming for you. I actually started to lose the plot completely. I mean, an absolute completely. I was shit scared.
Carl's experiences alone in the caves are a reminder to us all just how easy it is to become confused and frightened in the enveloping darkness. We all heard the footsteps and the other extraneous noises that none of us can adequately explain. If Stuart and Ian had not found Carl, who knows what may have befallen him? With this in mind, we resolved to remain as a group. What more can possibly be conjured from these tunnels in the final hours of our investigation?
That, no.
The most haunted investigation of Chislehurst Caves in Kent is reaching its final moments, and mindful of Carl's brush with terrifying uncertainty during his lone and lost vigil, we decide that we must remain together as protection against wandering thoughts driving any of us to the edge of madness. We return to the chamber with the sacrificial altar, and in an attempt to make more contact with the hunchback entity of medium Brian Shepherd's visions, we prepare for a séance. Stuart, Carl, Kath and Leslie join Brian and I at the table, whilst ever-watchful Dr. Kieran O'Keefe monitors our situation for odd anomalies and perhaps, given Carl's experiences, our physical well-being.
Is it you that's been making those noises?
I think that's... Table's really vibrating.
Yeah.
Really strong.
Please make some more noises.
Oh, is that someone scratching under the table?
Yeah, something.
Maybe my fingers.
We've got a presence now.
Okay.
Is he right here?
Yeah, we've got a presence. It's strong. Very strong, very strong.
It's what?
It's under the table.
Good grief.
Was he a murderer? He was?
Yeah, he was responsible, I believe, for
For
killing
what?
the children.
The children? Did you kill children, you nasty bastard? Did you? Did you?
This
Oh,
creature
yeah.
was responsible, very responsible. Yeah,
How many
absolutely
children?
grotesque.
How many children did he kill?
Many children.
You
Many
evil,
children.
evil person.
The screams of the children.
Illegitimate. Speaking to him in Latin, telling him he's a bastard. Go on, Leslie. Illegitimate. It's lifting, it's lifting. Keep away. Go on, no, keep going. Keep your hands on the table. Keep your hands on the table. Go on, keep saying it, Leslie. Keep saying it. Illegitimate. You all right, Brian?
That's amazing.
Say it again, Leslie. Neo Dominus. Go on. Not the master. Go on, Leslie. Keep going.
Leave us.
Neil. 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 What the is this? You're dealing with an absolute evil thing.
Presence.
It's intermittent, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you say, Leslie? There was a rolling, which must have been from this sound. And I don't know about you lot, but I'm going to have an archangel standing by me.
With the séance proving inconclusive, Carl is determined that he must master his fear of what lies in the tunnels. Taking Stuart as a trusted friend and reassuring presence, he returns to the tunnel to confront his nemesis.
Where are you, Stu? Where are you? Right.
I can see it. I can't see a thing, Carl.
Oh, should we go up there? I'm in.
Well, I can't see you.
Where are
I
you?
don't know where I am.
I don't know where you are either. Where are you? Where are you, mate? Oh, there you are. I've got you, got you. Don't move.
Oh, I see, I've got the red light there.
Okay. Right, so, where are we going to... What was that? Did you see that? Hello? Oh, I was... Oh,
Careful.
that.
What's on the floor? I can't see it. Bloody.
There's footsteps then.
I know, that's what I heard. Whoa!
What? Careful, mate.
Alright.
Was that you?
I didn't know. It wasn't me at all. Can't see a plastic tank.
Just almost fallen over then. Did that slam on you then?
Yeah, just
Just check it, because I walked through it, so. Please show yourself to us if you're here.
What was that, Cal? What the f*** was that?
That was through there, that's bollocks. Is anyone else down here?
Is that you trying to get our attention?
Was that the doors? That's the door.
Whoa! They've just closed, Cal.
Oh, that. No.
I'm going.
Get out. Get the out. What was that? What? No, I don't like the doors. The door things. I don't like the doors.
Where are we going?
Let's get out. Let's get out.
The hideous dread that emanates from the caves has proved too much for Carl and Stuart, and they determine that there is nothing further to be achieved by being foolhardy, and so draw the investigation to a close. With so much having happened over the 2 nights we've spent in Chislehurst Caves, I'm sure that Dr. Kieran O'Keefe will have much to say regarding our experiences.
The majority of reports that we're dealing with at Chislehurst Caves are to do with acoustic phenomena.
Right. Oh my... That was horrid.
What is that?
The mere reverberation of somebody's humming or somebody innocent talking can appear as though it's coming from a completely different area of the cave network. However, I know, because of some of the work that I've done on infrasound, and also because of speaking to Roger, the sound man, we know that this is a viable explanation for the groaning and for the apparent spirit sounds that were caught by the Most Haunted team.
Shh. Oh my God. What's up, Cap? I can hear footsteps.
Behind us.
Your own feet scuffing on the cave floor can actually bounce back against the walls and the ceilings, and it's almost as though you're getting a sense that the footsteps are behind you. So you're hearing a slight delay in effect.
Just goes on and on, doesn't it?
What is that?
All in all, the second night's investigation of Chislehurst Caves was fascinating for the auditory phenomena that was captured, but also fascinating for the natural explanation that it threw up.
The 2-night investigation of Chislehurst Caves have left the team very shaken. Was it simply strange noises within the claustrophobic tunnels and our imaginations running wild, or was it truly contact with spirits from beyond our comprehension? You have witnessed the footage as it happened, so it's up to you to decide. Until next time, sleep tight.
Oh, shit.